Apparently, if you give Christian enough money, he'll let you teach. That's how I'm here. No, I've been pretty much all over the world doing this. It's my 4th time here. I know a bunch of guys here. So finally got the opportunity to teach. And thank you all for showing up. I'm a black belt, Staten Island, New York. My professor is a 3rd degree black belt under Renzo Gracie. I go to Manhattan a lot. I take a lot of Donner's classes. No, I don't know Nicky Ryan. Yes, he can kick my ass. But a lot of what I'm doing here is basically the Donner influence, which is efficiency. Toe holds we're doing today. A lot of what I'm going to show is just the mechanics and how to more efficiently and effectively get the submission. And least amount of energy and just locking up your opponent so that he has nowhere to go. All right, toe holds. So I liken it to basically rolling your ankle. A lot of people here know what I'm talking about. Basically, you go running, you take a step, you roll your ankle, you misstep, you're on the side of the foot. All your weight comes down the foot. You can break it. Ligaments can sprain, tear. That's essentially what we want in this submission. All right, great. So what I want to do is I want to attack the outside of the heel right here, the ankle. All right. So anytime I'm going for the break, this is what I want to attack. All right. The submission, I liken it to a Kimura, where go other side. Basically, if you do a Kimura, the grip is pretty much the same. All right. I go down to the wrist, the hand. Right. I thread my arm through to my own wrist. Same grip as I'm doing a toe hold. All right. I grab the end of the toe. I come through. I just have one less joint I'm working with. I come through, grab my own wrist, and I attack, apply pressure. All right? Like a Kimura too. I'm going to use this reference a lot here for this. All right? I want to keep it close to my chest. All right? And I want to lock up his lower body so he has nowhere to roll out. All right? I give him space. He's going to wiggle out of the submission. Same thing for my toe hold. All right? I lock in. All right? The grip. I want to keep it tight. And I have to have some control over his legs, controlling his hip. If I don't, all right, Greg's just going to roll free, fly his leg out. So I want to prevent that as much as possible. So, to start with, all right, I talk about the Kimura a lot. I want to emphasize the same way we do a Kimura, all right? There's a pull Kimura and a push Kimura. When I do a push Kimura, I'm pushing his wrist, all right, in order to torque the shoulder and get the break. If I'm doing a pull Kimura, I lock up the same, but my elbow pulls into my body, all right? That creates the tension and torque I want to finish. It's the same way I want to finish this submission right here. I'm not pushing down rather on the toes. When I lock up, I'm pulling with my elbow, all right? The tension here that I have, that's what's going to cause the break more effective. All right? Yes, you can pull down here. A lot of times this guy's going to fight. His feet are strong, might be going for a while. If I pull, the angle starts to change. All right? I pull with my elbow. I expose the outside of the heel, the ankle rather. All right? And I'm able to pull down. There's a lot more tension on this. So I want to start. Basically like we're going for a knee bar here. I'm on top of my partner, all right? His foot's exposed. I grab the toe. I'm gonna sit. All right? Get my grip. Now what I wanna do, I'm not pushing down the toes, all right, towards his leg. What I wanna do, I'm gonna lock in place, and my elbow is gonna pull up and finish, all right? So again, we're attacking the outside of the ankle. Grip is the same. I have a better mechanical advantage now. Instead of just pulling down on his toes right here, I'm pulling and pushing his toes at the same time. So I lock up, I pull with my elbow, all right? It changes the angle of his foot. There's a lot of tension now in his ankle. I keep rotating. And I'm gonna cause a break right here. So to start with, you get a position, all right? It's like we're going for a knee bar. I'm on top of my opponent, all right? I grab through the toes. I'm gonna sit. As I sit, all right, I lock up my feet. I dive under for my grip, all right, on the wrist. I lock up. I'm pulling my elbow up. I'm gonna get the tap. You want to see that again?
One more time at a different angle, please.
Yeah. So I'm coming in. I grip first. I pull. Legs lock. Come under. And I'm pulling up my elbow. Questions? All right, guys, back and forth for your partner. Give it a shot. From the outside, what's happening going like this, right? You can just roll through. So when I lock, I'm on the outside of his body, I fold inside between his feet, all right? I'm pulling the toes this way. That's the way my body wants to be, here. And I finish. All right, guys? All right, one point I want to bring up, guys are asking, where does the arm go? How low is the arm? If I'm too low, right, my whole objective is to grab my wrist right here. If I'm low on his leg, all right, it's a lot harder for me to come up. So I want to be up underneath the Achilles by the heel, right here, all right? This is a lot tighter coming in. I have more mechanical advantage from that point. If you're down low, you know, just trying to reach, it's a lot harder to grab. All right, so choke up on the foot. So like I was saying, for the Kimura, so I make this point again, all right? It's kind of the same motion, all right? I'm doing that pull Kimura. I'm pulling with my elbow, all right? Getting the torque. What really gets this submission effective is if his hand, his wrist, has nowhere to go. So if I lock onto the ground right here and I start pulling up, all the torque comes to his shoulder. All right? His hand is free, he can move, he can kind of wiggle out. It takes a lot longer to get the submission. Same thing for toe hold. All right? So from the position we just did, all right? I lock in, I grab. I fall into it, Greg automatically puts his foot to the ground. Why? Because I want to pull his toes back. If he's against the mat, there's nowhere to go. So he's relatively safe right here. He knows I'm trying to pull him down, all right? He's trying to defend, get his weight in his foot. Same thing we were just doing. I'm going to use my elbow now. He basically helped me out because his toes are locked on the mat, all right? I lock in the same way. I pull my elbow up. The tension, the torque, it's really brutal from here because now he has nowhere to roll at all. I'm locking him in place. I'm pulling up and I finish. So the same thing we were just doing, all right? I grab, I lock in. He's gonna defend now. Put his foot to the mat, all right? I do the same exact thing. I lift my elbow up. So I'm pulling his heel up, his toes are stuck to the mat. And I finish. You want to see that again? Yeah. Same thing. I lock on. He defends. Right? This hand pushes his toes on the mat. And his elbow pulls up. Questions? All right, guys, back to free partner.
Yeah.
All right. So I had a couple of questions about entries, how to enter into this. I like to do it off the back step. I come in, I back step, I lock in. Now I'm here. All right. Any type of position where you're going for a heel hook, a leg lock, it works because now you start attacking the toes. All right. So gonna work from Ashi right now. So, leg comes underneath, goes, you're not familiar with the position. All right, my heel goes in the hip. Other foot on the opposite thigh. Knee comes down, I lock in my own ankle right here. All right, I have control of his hips right now. So, if I was to start working for a heel hook, Greg starts like slipping out. All right, I'm here. All right, find the toes. It's the same thing. All right, any type of leg lock you're going for, either straight, heel hook. All right, you start losing control. I find the toes. My knees are going to point the opposite direction. I turn. I just expose this foot right now. I come in. All right, same way. If I'm here, all right, Greg starts moving around, trying to roll out. All right, I'm going to switch my feet. Back in. All right, now he's locked on the floor. I get more torque coming off of this. So from Ashi, I'm locked in. All right, you can try and go either straight foot lock, heel hook. All right, he starts to escape on you. I lock in place. All right, I start coming up, putting pressure on his foot. This is what's going to force the roll. I start going for like a straight ankle lock right here. All right, Greg's going to start to roll out. I lock back in. I'm on the exact same side, exact same center. I can lock back in and finish. So one more time. All right, I'm working from Ashi, right here. All right, I find his toe. All right, even if he's throwing a boot on right now, right, I have his foot locked in place. This is what I want. All right, I start turning. I switch my feet back, and I lock in. So I have control of his foot. Can't start rolling out on me. Even if he does roll out on me, start to roll, I'm locked in place. So one more time. We're here. All right, I'm starting to attack. I switch up here. All right, if he stays here, I can switch my feet, start attacking from the bottom. All right, foot's on the mat. All right, he starts to roll on me. I have control and I lock in. Questions? All right, guys good? All right, back and forth for your partner.
There we go. So it's always going to be here. So who really going over in this? Crowded. Oh, yeah.
Now when I have it, I try rolling out.
Yeah, okay.
The more pressure you have already, you're in control. So I don't want to move far away. Like I said, staying farther away gives me one quick thing on this. You guys were asking. All right, when I do my leg drag, especially from this position, all right, again, I'm locking in the hip. All right, further away I am, the more room he has to move out. So I lock in, all right, I drag. I want to pass the leg off to the side, so that way there's little room for him to move. I come under, all right. I'm pulling the elbow. As I pull the elbow up, it pries his foot. So it's not about getting over so much. It's not about my body position. It's about my elbow position. His hips are locked in place. Elbow turns up. And again, I close that break. All right? I'm just about out of time. Any quick questions?
To avoid the single leg sweep, you just face up really hard on that lead leg.
For Ashi?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if I'm out here, my head is away from my hips, right? It's easy for Greg to just push up and sweep me down. What I want to do, I want to get my body in position. So I'm here, my head, my hips go over as much as possible. Greg tries to sweep, all right? I have a better base. All my weight is on this foot, which is what he's trying to sweep. My position here, all right, it's a lot harder for him. If I'm away more, he's gonna take no weight on it. Right. Question.
From De La Hiva, you use the closest hand to that leg to pass. You pass it off to the other one.
Right. It's however you can leg drag it to get across, and then I just want that hand holding in place, locking the foot so it doesn't disappear on me. All right, guys, thank you for coming. Quick picture.